Hello there everybody, this is MoreBabyN13 here, and welcome to my Lord of the Rings Online Captain Guide. And in case some of you may or may not know what a captain is, it is basically a support role. And what I mean by support role, it means that you were there to make everyone else look good. Like, you buff their DPS, you buff their health, you provide support to the tanks and the healers. You basically make sure that the raid group goes smoothly. And as you all can see here, I am indeed wearing the Captain Lead the Charge Isengard set, which is indeed one of the best sets in the game. Well, even though it's level 75 content, but I love that raid. And I love the Rise of Isengard expansion. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the first part of the guide, and that is traits. Again, here we are at the class traits. And as you all can see here, every class in Lord of the Rings Online has 3 different lines. And that is blue line, red line, and yellow line. In every class, these 3 lines are totally different. But for right now, we're talking about a captain. So the captain helps support healing, they support the DPS, and they support tanking. But all of these are separate, which means that I am in Captain Redline right now, which means DPS. And I'm also part tank, which I normally use part tank in order to get some more morale and to get a proc chance for evade, which is definitely going to come in handy. And then of course, I put a whole bunch of points in healing, so I can get the critical healing magnitude, which will definitely kind of come in handy, especially if I'm going to be supporting people in DPS, so I'll be able to help out with healing. And then of course I got this one over here, which will definitely help me out in healing as well, and also perhaps increase everyone's damage. And then we got this one over here, which is critical events, increase their melee damage by 6%. So yeah. And so this is my trait trees for the captain class, and in case some of you may or may not know how to get the class trait points, is basically you gotta do deeds and your class quests in order for you to get the trait points. And then also you also get trait points from leveling up as well. And so for right now, we're going to head on over to Spec 2. Yeah. And I'll show you. And I'll show you all how to set it up. Okay, so basically, this one over here is telling you about your primary spec, which in this case, I'm going to choose Spec 3, which is Leader of Men. So basically, is that I have 89 points to spend. So you basically want to go ahead and just cover up the entire line here, and then you should be able to have enough points to get to either one of these two. If you were to put points into either one of these two, you're basically going to use up 2 points. Because this one over here is only going to use 1, as you all can see. See? See, each of these things is 1 point each, because my primary spec is tanking. See, so as you all can see, I have indeed covered up this entire tree. Well, I think you World of Warcraft people call it talent trees, but I'm going to call mine class trait trees. And so for right now, I'm not going to be doing DPS. I'm not going to use my points for DPS because of the point is that while I'm tanking, I would like to support healing. So let's go ahead and put some points into healing. Escape from Darkness, that is definitely going to be a must. There we go. Escape from Darkness is definitely a must for a captain to have. No matter what trade treat you're on, make sure you get Escape from Darkness. Like, if one of your teammates is got down due to circumstances, then revive one of your teammates with Escape from Darkness. But then you'll have a much more potent, let's see. And you should have a much more potent, res, if you were to go on over the blue line. So we're going to put it more into that. And yeah, there we go. And I'm going to click apply. Okay, so basically what the Captain Blue Line, Yellow Line does is this one here. It says two-handed prowess. You may block with two-handed weapon and have morale. And you basically have your last stand, which is definitely very important for any tanking captain to have, because basically it buys your healer time for them to heal you. Again, then there's a Elendil's Boom, and then there is Defensive Blade, Shield Brother's Call, Blessing of the Song, and Exemplar. So anyways, and then also is that I would love to do this, but I need 100 Mithril coins in order for me to have a third spec for when I'm going to go into healing. So instead, I could just replace one of these two, and it would only cost me 1 gold in order for me to respec for healing. So that's totally fine with me. But anyways, we have a DPS line, and then we have a tanking line. But I will show you all about the lines. I will show you all what the lines do while in combat a little later, once we get to a place that has a training dummy. But while we are here in Rivendell, there is indeed a place that you all might want to see, or you don't know about, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that right now. Okay, and now we're going to talk about legendaries, which is indeed important. Basically, you have your secondary legendary item, but this one over here is your basically this one over here is your primary legendary item. Basically, if I were to put this thing, it would be like the relic weapons from the World of Warcraft's Legion expansion, if I'm correct. I think World of Warcraft has class, teachers, and stuff like that in the Legion expansion, and I think one of them was called when it comes to the Paladin line, I think it was called Ashbringer. So basically, this weapon is Lord of the Rings version of Ashbringer. And we have our secondary legendary item, and it's just basically what I like to call a legendary trinket item. But I'll show you all right now on where to go in order for you all to get this weapon and to get this emblem. So let's head on up. You want to head okay. Sorry about that, I keep getting ideas in the middle of my commentary again. Okay, and as you all can see, is that at Rivendell, in the last homely house, just got redone. I don't know how long ago it is, but it is definitely more beautiful than the last time I was here. Take a look. Take a look at this. Ain't it beautiful? But anyways, let's head on up to the tracery place. So basically, you want to go from here, up this ramp here, go around, turn around, over here, and there is this door right over here. This door, you hover your mouse over this door, and it says the word horde of Gaberethim, and it says maximum level is 1. I don't know why it has to be like that, but oh well. But definitely the Seeker of Deep Places is definitely something that you want to have. As a matter of fact, you can't even enter the store without having the achievement called the Seeker of Deep Places, which you can only get that by completing the epic from Moria. Not exactly complete the epic of Moria, but to complete the epic quest in order for you to get into Moria. And here we are at the Tracery Place. I call it the Tracery Place because it's basically what it is. I don't know how to really say it, but unless my fellow Lord of the Rings Online community could be able to tell me how to say it correctly. But anyways, we are here in the Tracery Place, and as you all can see, the captain's tracery is over here. We got our champion tracers over here. We got our, I think this one over here is a guardian traceries over here. We got our brawler traceries over here. Runekeeper traceries here. You got your lore master traceries there, and so on and so on. But here is the thing. All these over here are just class related. There's actually stuff over here that is not class related. For instance, Words of Power traceries, Hydraulic traceries, Words of Craft traceries, which is basically because now in Lord of the Rings Online, I do believe, if I'm remembering this correctly, that you can indeed level up your crafting tools. So basically, I think this is what this is. I'm not exactly sure. I really gotta get back into crafting. But I do know one thing for sure is that you can definitely upgrade your crafting equipment by using them, by using your crafting equipment. And so, anyways, as you can see here, you got your area of attack. You got your area of healing. You get a whole bunch of other stuff. And then, of course, you start your legendary items at level 50. And it goes all the way down to level 131. And so I can only suspect at some point, the maximum level is 140. So I think there's going to be a place, an end game for you to get the 100 level 40 traceries. And then, of course, we got hydraulic traceries, which is basically like, once again, like, see? Oh, man, we got a fellow captain here. Holy crap! Oh, yeah, I forgot to lay my buff up. And just in case some of you may want to know, my captain's definitely one of the weakest captains in the game. But it looks like he's just 100 level 40, so I'm possibly going to, perhaps, I'll also have health that equals to his, or maybe even more, I don't know, based on my specs. He could be a tanking spec, so who knows. But anyways, how's it going for the captain? Okay. And over here is our class traceries. So yeah. And then in order for you, and also if you head on over here, this is where you get your legendary items. Basically what you have here is that this over here is your first ages. So basically, you need is 200 currency, which I'll show you in just a moment. Okay, if you head on over here, and then, where is it? Should be here somewhere. D-log, quest log, map, legendary. I think it's this? No, that's not it. Wrong thing. Oh yeah, that reminds me. This over here is the old way of using your legendary items. You basically slot a relic, like this relic, you put it over there, and so forth and so forth. That's the old way of doing it. Okay, and then it should be around here somewhere. Okay, it was here. It was on the rewards, wasn't it? Oh yeah, there's my crafting. Let's see, where is it? Okay, I didn't know about these filters, which is awesome. Let's see, where is it? Let's see, my traits. Oh yeah, my traits. Oh yeah, but before we go back into that, I should have did this in the other part of the guide, but silly me, I didn't do it. Okay, so basically what you have here is your class traits, which I should possibly put those things back on. No wonder my health was getting a little low. So we want to put honor there. I want to put empathy here. Yeah, empathy gives us 30% more morale, and vitality, which gives me tactical imitation, 17 vitality, and 169 physical imitation, and it gives me 35 more morale. So we're going to put you up there as well. And let's see, I think we want justice. And I want loyalty as well. Let's see, yeah, I think I want valor. We're possibly going to want to replace empathy with valor. There we go. Okay, I think that should be able to do it. Okay, but now then, oh yes, what was I saying? Oh yes, there was a special currency. Where is it? Okay, did they move it? Character, social, allegiances, it's somewhere. Oh yeah, the war, that's PvP. Inventory, that's a bag. Instance finder. Okay, this is the instance finder, so basically, as you can see here, these are the groups that are doing this, so there is indeed a group finder. So for instance, no one's doing that, no one's doing that, there's a group doing this. So see, there's a group finder right there. So yeah. Where is that thing? Collections, was it? Was all the collections? Okay, I should have been more prepared. Oh yeah, this is where we could collect all the pets, collect the mounts, collect the emotes, stable masters, and stuff like that. Let's see, it's supposed to be somewhere. Oh, where is it? Let's see. Wallet? Ah, I think it's a wallet. Okay, what was those things called? Ah, here I go. Ancient scripts. Okay, basically what you do when it comes to ancient scripts is basically, I remember correctly, there should be a, legendary, there should be like some kind of reward, a reward system that you can, get the the ancient scripts from. I just gotta figure out where it is again. But anyways, in case you really want to know, is that you basically in one way just farm the old school the old school legendary items, and you basically bring them on over to her. You head on over here, and then you just deconstruct them. Boom, you get ancient scripts that way. So I'm possibly going to put it down in the comment section what I missed. But for right now, we're going to head on over to a place that has a training dummy in order for you all to see. Where the how the class trait lines do. Okay, I found the thing that I was looking for. It was right there the whole time. It was underneath the allegiances. Man, it was just right there the whole time. But anyways, okay, as you all can see here, this is how your legendary item experience works. You level up your legendary item like you would a character. And once you get up to this point here, you'll be able to get this. This point here, you'll be able to get that. And then this point here to get that. That point here to get this point here to get that, etc., etc. You want to get this, so you don't have to recycle your old legendary item for just in case that you all don't want to. So just want to go ahead and just continue along with getting legendary item XP. You get this, and perhaps at some point you'll get this, just like how I got this one. Where is it? This one right here. This one right here is from that one here. So once again, get legendary item experience, and you get these coffers, get all the stuff here, and boom! You don't have to recycle your legendary legendary items that you don't want to recycle. But anyways, we are here to show you all what a captain does. Oh, and before we do that, I forgot to show you all. I think I may have shown you all this in an earlier part of the video, but for just in case I didn't explain myself what my I'm gonna call it is my healer my healing I'm gonna call it my healing flag or my healing trinket. Just healing legendary trinket. I'm gonna go ahead and just call it that. Okay, but anyways, we have Heraldry of the Ox, which is basically my damage. Heraldry. And then of course we got my area of effect healing critical, which is basically my rallying cry, which should be here as well. Oh, I guess that doesn't show up. Oh yeah, right here, rallying cry. So basically, that's what that does. And of course, 1 times morale multiplier, which maybe I should have gotten more. Maybe I should have replaced that one with another one. But for right now, it was because I was only using what I have at the time. And of course, Captain's rallying cry healing, which is 45% more healing and 30,300 outgoing healing rating. And then once again with the vocal skill healing, which is basically like rallying cry or words of courage. Words of courage is basically the captain's which should be right here. Yep, see, words of courage is basically the captain's single target heal. And then of course we have our battle hardened incoming damage, which is basically reducing the damage plus 5% incoming damage, which I think that's done to us. Yeah, I think that's done to us, but oh well, because we also got 17,150 17,100 physical imitation, which basically means is that we just take less damage. And then of course we got our Mustard, Courage, Fear, Resist, which is basically this, which would definitely going to come in handy, especially when it comes to raids that deals with bosses and mobs and stuff like that, that deals with fear. So, as you can see here, it definitely removes wound, poison, disease, etc., etc. kind of thing. But we use it once, and then you have to wait a while, use it again, wait a while, use it again, to get rid of all the all the debuffs that our team has. But I think a minstrel can do a better job at that. Okay, and then of course we got my I'm gonna call it my captain's relic weapon. In order for it to be more familiar to you World of Warcraft people, which I'm not saying that in a bad way, I am just saying that sometimes when I look at videos on the World of Warcraft Legion relic weapons, I truly wish that you still have those. But anyways, my Heraldry of the Lion, which is basically, once again, gives me more might. And as you all can see from right over here, the top part here is my primary stats. Oh, they changed the stats, didn't they? Oh, show all stats, right there. Okay, so basically these over here are your primary stats right over here. That's why you do this. And then you have your imitations and stuff like that from right over here. And then of course your resistance, your critical defense, incoming healing, etc., etc. So anyways, my captain's basically one of the weakest captains of the server, but I don't give a darn. I'm not a level 140 yet in order for me to really go ham on my legendary items, but they'll serve good enough in raids. Okay. We got minus 3% physical, we got minus 3% melee damage, we got minus 3% incoming range damage, and physical imitation, which is basically, once again, more defense from physical attacks. And then, of course, we have our sure strike damage, which also gives the critical strike, because as you all can see from right over here, sure strike also increases our critical chance. But yeah, sure strike damage and critical rating, which would definitely going to come in handy. And then of course we got our battle ready damage buff, which gives us 13.5% damage buff. And then of course more physical mastery rating, which is basically adding more physical damage. And then of course we got our grave wound damage, which is basically this one right over here, which if we were to use this, it would definitely increase our critical rating because of how hurt the enemy is. So yeah. But for right now, it is time to show you all what a captain does. So basically captains are supposed to be for groups. But here is the thing. Is that sometimes you may want to add a little bit of extra firepower. So let's see, we're going to summon our Herald. Which Herald would it be? This one right over here. Okay, that is totally new. Because the last time I played a captain, well, it was quite a few, like about 2 days ago or something like that. I do not recall ever using a horn to summon my Herald. You do it like, I think how you do it in World of Warcraft. I think how it is when it comes to World of Warcraft when you want to summon your steed, or how a paladin summons their steed. Or, yeah, something like that, but in this case, it's our pet, and my pet's name is, of course, Florida. In case some of you might be wondering, why do I name my pet Florida? I mean, why in the world did I name my Herald / captain pet named Florida. Well, the thing is, I couldn't really come up with a more badass name other than Florida, because I have to admit, Florida is indeed a badass name. But anyways, I couldn't exactly find a training dummy in Bree, so I had to go all the way back here to Archit in order for me to use this training dummy over here. So basically, here is the captain's rotation. So first of all, we're going to dismiss Florida for just a moment, because if I were to attack, then Florida would attack as well. So basically here is our rotation. So basically, it's Battle Shout, and then Sure Strike, and then Devastating Blow. And then of course, it's like that. So basically, it is like that. You want to use Sure Strike, you want to use Battle Shout, Sure Strike, and then Devastating Blow. And then once you get an enemy defeat response or a critical, you go ahead and use Rallying Cry in order for you to heal a heckload of a lot more. And then of course there is the captain's secondary. There is indeed a captain's secondary. Let's see, where is it? It should be here somewhere. Did they remove it? There used to be a thing, let's see. I'm gonna check out my trait tree real quick. I'm gonna check out my class traits out real quick. No, Telemark is still there. Oh yeah, you wanna put, like as you can see here, this is a Telemark. Basically, it does 5%. It used to do more. It used to do more incoming damage, but I guess I could possibly understand, because that'll be a little bit OP, especially knowing that you're going to be using your other secondary thing to go along with this. So let's see. Where is it? Cleanse Corruption. Where is it? Defensive Strike, okay, that's new. Okay, I guess I gotta put Telemark. Okay, I guess I gotta put Telemark down. Can I do it like this? No. Okay, let's see. Character. Skills. Okay, Telemark. Yeah, right there. Telemark. You are going to be replacing that. There we go. Okay, so I found it. Okay, so basically you want to use Telemark. As you can see, Telemark had the training dummy has been marked with a Telemark, which is very important for every captain to do. Before you start the group, before you start your raid, make sure you mark the targets down first. Like if you are a tanking captain, which is yellow line, you basically want to make sure you target. You want to make sure you put your marks up first. You want to put noble mark first, so then the mobs will aggro you. Okay. So anyways, we got our Telemark. We got a Telemark there, so instead, you want to use this. And then use this, I think. Oh, it requires Battle Hardened State. Okay, it requires Battle Hardened State. Oh, of course I can't do Battle Hardened State because these are training dummies. My damage is too much for training dummies. Okay, so I really cannot show you all how that is done because it seems that I'm going to have to find mobs that are pretty darn powerful. But anyways, is that you want to use Battle Shout, Sure Strike, and then Devastating Blow. And then let's see, you want to keep on going using those three things, perhaps even your other skills if you all want to, in order for you to achieve Battle Hardened State, then you'll be able to use the Blade of Elendil. And then you would use Shadow's Laminate. So basically, is use this mark, and then you use Blade of Elendil, and then you use Shadow's Laminate. That is the captain's secondary rotation when it comes to the TPS line. And now then we're going to switch on over to tanking. Okay, so now we are in tanking line, and as you all can see, my health has indeed increased big time. So instead, we're going to do the same thing like we did before. And that is that we're going to put Noble Mark up, which, as you all can see, oh, it used to be 1% morale, but now it's 3%? Okay, so basically what you do is, when it comes to being a tanking captain, is that you basically want to put Nibble Mark first. As you can see, the target dummy is being damaged. So then you just want to use Battle Shout. And then you should be able to heal, I think. Normally I'm going to use Bleeds. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Let's see, causing their strikes to empower you and your allies. You can only mark one target at a time. Oh, okay, so Noble Mark used to be a permanent mark. Okay, you basically use Noble Mark, and then you'll be able to get yourself healed as a captain tank. Okay, so I guess that's changed as well. Okay, so that's fine, just gotta get used to it. Okay. And then, of course, if you want to have a little bit more added firepower, you just want to head on over to here, clicking your pet, and let's see, Song Brother, where's Shield Brother? Where is Shield Brother at? Wait a minute, it used to be Shield Brother. Let's see. Oh, they changed it to Song Brother. Okay, Song Brother used to be over here, but now it's over here. Okay, and as you all can see here, when inspiring your Song Brother, the rest of your fellowship also gains a small boon. Your Inspire Song Brother and to Arm Song Brother applies minor bonuses to the rest of your fellowship. So basically, in case you want to have a little bit of extra firepower, you're just gonna have to add Song Brother, which, let's see. Did I have it up there already? Okay, let me check. Oh, skills, Song Brother. It's right there. Okay, yeah, it's right there. Alright, so basically you want to use this. As you all can see, each trait line has different kind of brother skills. So in this case, I am in tanking line, which is also known as yellow line. I need to put Song Brother on. It really used to be a thing where the captain also gets Song Brother. Okay, so I guess is that, Okay, so now you should be able to have two buffs, two separate things. Oh, okay, I see, okay. Okay, this one. Okay, so as you can see, is that this one over here does this. So basically this, you get healed and stuff like that as well. Okay, so that's how it's done. Okay, you put Blade Brother, or Song Brother, or any other Captain Brother skills, and you put it on someone, but then that someone would get the buffs on that. But when it comes to using this, or buff using this or this, it's applied to the Fellowship. Okay, nice. Okay, that is something new. That is totally something new. Okay, which would definitely make Captain tanking quite a bit easier. And then acquires strength in numbers, which is definitely something only out of desperation. It calls out nearby allies and they respond in turn, and you receive a heal over time that scales with the number of nearby allies up to 6. Okay, so basically if you have, if you're getting close to dying, you would use strength in numbers, and your people, your friends, your allies, or something like that in your group would come to your aid just by being there. Being like, get up, man, get up. That kind of thing. Okay, you're in the first line of defense without fear. Okay, while you're active, you build stacks up after 4 by hitting your enemies. Okay, here we go. This over here is one of my favorites, called In Harm's Way, which is basically, okay, I'm possibly going to have to make up a Captain Mentorship series where I would go down the lines. Because sometimes doing this by myself is definitely not good. So, but anyways, I think you get the idea. In harm's way, just basically putting you in harm's way. And now, I'm going to show you all Captain Blue Line, which is my favorite line. So I'm going to respec, and as y'all can see, okay, it used to cost 1 gold, but now it costs 2. So, okay, so I'm just going to do that, because I can always make it up by crafting. So I'm going to put it over here into spec 1, so that, let's put it all in healing. The shield of the Dunedain used to be in Captain Yellow Line, but now it's in Captain Blue Line. Okay, there it was the whole time. Okay, Fellowship of the Shield. Okay, so, okay. Shield Brother used to be here, but now it's here. Okay, and Song Brother used to be here, but now it's here. Okay. Okay, then once again, put some points in tanking. And I'm definitely going to put it on this. There we go. And then I am going to put just some points into DPS. There we go, and apply, yes. Oops. Okay, oh well. I can always just re-specialize and get it back and fill out this entire tree thing. But for right now, the most important thing is this line over here. Okay, so basically, now we are indeed in Captain Blue Line, which is my favorite line. Because basically, every because basically every attack you do is a heal. For instance, you have Revealing Mark, which is basically the cactus healing mark. So basically, watch this. See? And then you heal. See? We heal significantly more in Captain Blue Line, because we're just straight up healing. But anyways, everybody, I'm possibly going to show you all how it's done in a Captain Mentorship series. If I can get a person I can teach to be a captain. But for right now, I do believe that is everything I want to get through on this guide. Yeah, basically it's just, once again, I know I might be repeating myself, but once again, you just use Battle Shout and Sure Strike and Devastating Blow, but when Devastating Blow is on cooldown, attack. You do that and you'll be fine. Everything else is potentially secondary, but that just depends on the situation at hand. But anyways, everybody, have a good day now.